time to try and get points. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Money. That is a lot of trouble.
Got your request. Must strike it back.
There's some reason.
Loadout drop inbound.
Green, give me up. Chopper. Fucking guys are fucking trash on this team, bro. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Fuck. Drop the money, bro. Drop the money. Fuck.
That's good.
Preparations done. Time to deploy to the zone.
Where you want that full range? What are you landing here?
Time to capture the flags. There's an enemy team hunting for you.
Yo, my loading. Here. What's wrong?
Down here by the
Oh.
Come on now. Lots money on buy right?
Next objective updated.
You had to open the door.
Is that yours?
It ricocheted off. It ricocheted off the door.
Yo, they're intent. They're intent.
Alright, do that.
Move to the next location.
Security.
Or, bring him.
You're in the building behind you.
Incoming. Be
Ooh.
aware.
I ain't got a shot on him.
Coming.
I ain't got a shot. Right over there. Getting shot from the head.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I'm pushing them. Mark him,
I'm
bro.
about to see right now.
He's broken. Where'd he go?
Now back.
How many people? I'm fucking killing 9 niggas by myself. That's what happened.
Well, you got a loadout over here, so not a total waste.
This nigga killed 9 niggas by himself.
I down one of them over there.
I don't think they see me on the ground. How is he not seeing me? The whole thing. I don't think they see me on the ground.
That's all.
They didn't see me on the ground.
He's chasing you. He's chasing you. One drop in and over.
Bro, freaking sniper.
He's still in there. Help. He's chasing me.
Yeah, we here.
Ain't chasing you no more.
You got one in that. You got one in there too. Bottom floor.
Free, where's my gun?
You got one.
He shot me. Two of them. Two of my friends.
Right here. Oh my god, bro. Fuck.
Right below you.
Kill one. I think it's team elimination.
We need to take that guy, bro.
One time hanging back actually pretty good. Y'all let dying and I'm bringing y'all back like a camera.
Yo, who touched my well gun? Somebody picked up my gun? Fuck.
Marking new safe zone.
Right here.
Sometimes just
Where? Nah, that's not it, but fuck it.
We gotta go.
Here you go.
UAV.
Oh, I got it.
Don't go up there. Get these.
Where you guys want to go?
You got one bottom right there.
Phoenix 3, strike inbound.
Oh, I down myself.
God, don't come through there.
Oh my god. Oh my fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me. This is some straight bullshit.
It's just a prison.
One more.
right now.
We're gonna roll.
He's definitely.
Watch the six, watch the six.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Nah, stay up, bro. Stay up.
Yeah,
Stay up. We got the
we
advantage. Yeah.
Our six is covered. Our six is covered.
Watching the door.
They're below us.
Yeah. But he'd go back.
Gas inbound. Remaining. Keep
This nigga has 17 kills.
He's going crazy. He's really going crazy. Honestly, this assist.
gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Gas is inbound.
This the last team.
Yup, they down here. Right on there.
Enemy precision airstrike.
Oh shit.
Oh, you went down there?
No, why y'all went down, bro? Why you went down? You didn't have to go down, bro. You didn't have to go down.
The one.
It's a 1v4. Oh my god. 2v2.
I'm talking to gas now. I'm about to say.
Fuck.
Use it, use it. You can send a gas with that.
Safe zone. Time's nearly up. Finish the mission.
He right here with me. He in the bathroom, so. In the bathroom.
Everyone.
Game time, let's go.
We got carried.
Carry badly. So good though. I gotta get 20 more.
This nigga got 19 kills, bro. What the freak? No, Quinn.
Now you fight a real enemy.
Actually, my phone's dead. Sorry, my phone's dead.
UAV beginning flyover.
Enemy UAV out.
Ow, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all good? Nigga just sitting in the corner. Oh, nah. Get it low.
UAV overhead. Located a supply box.
That is the UAV.
I'm got him, but you're not.
Drop me your money, Purple. Drop me your money.
Already done right here. That's the right shot. Oh, that's not anymore.
Down the roof, down the roof.
Man, I got the wrong fucking loadout, bro. I don't even got my loadout, bro. Hey, whoever ain't get their loadout yet, wait, please. Let me die real quick. Oh no, the gas coming.
The spawn coming. We gotta move.
Yes, we gotta move.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I fucking How you doing?
Strike. Located a supply box. Secure that.
I mean.
You sniping shit out of me.
Got on the roof.
Yeah, it's on the roof. One on loadout. Two on loadout.
Only.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the
Get a
sky.
clutch strike. Clutch strike the roof.
Only.
Why? You're so fucking.
Yeah, on the roof.
What? Where? Oh, fucking tower. Hey, do you exclusively only play Resurgence, or you dabble with Caldera a little bit?
I play generally whatever the other people I'm playing with want to play. I don't care to play either or, but I just generally play more Rebirth.
Yeah, I mean that's a big change-up because you mainly played for Dance there for a while.
Yeah, I've dropped like 20,000 kills on Rebirth and like none on the main map, which is why I haven't hit 100k
You not care for it?
I don't care for it. I also don't play the ground leaderboards anymore because I kind of just slowed down doing that with work going on and all of that.
Right.
My whole plan was to work until Modern Warfare 2 comes out, until Warzone 2 rather comes out.
Right.
And when that happens, we have a cheater in the lobby, by the way. Darkness just killed him.
You can back out. You can back us out if you want to.
No, I enjoy a challenge.
Alright. So work until Modern Warfare 2, are you going to start the grind again?
Yeah, I'm going to be grinding to be number 1 on that game with kills, wins, and scores. All 3 categories.
Nice. Man, that's a
I
big
can do it,
feat to take.
Score takes care of itself if you just play a lot. I was higher on the scores leaderboard than I was the kills leaderboard.
Yeah.
Also, it's easy to grind score if you intentionally go for it. On this game,
you gave yourself the challenge to get 100,000 kills before the end of Resurgence. Did you get there?
I could have. I just stopped trying to care.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I understand. If I kept playing at the rate I was at now, I'd have 150,000 kills right now.
I'm sure, dude. You was on every day for like 16 hours.
Yep. I averaged 11 hours a day in January of last year. No days off, 11 hours a day. That was average. And that was
get
just
paid
on
for it?
stream. Well, yeah, I made money off the stream.
Donations, or are you a Twitch partner?
I'm not a Twitch partner, no. I would be if I consistently streamed like I did.
Yeah, it was just mostly donations.
Yeah, it was mostly donations. I made a fair bit amount of money in January streaming because I streamed so much, but it wasn't like the amount I was making per hour was very, very low. I just streamed a lot of hours.
Right.
But
like, what would you make a month?
I think I made like $1,500 in January, but I streamed 370 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, some donations. It was just some donations to get 2 subs.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's like the amount of.
I mean, it's not enough to live on, but it's money for playing video games. You know, you can't really beat that.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Oh,
It's like Counter-Strike for money back in the day. That was pretty fun.
Oh, I could definitely beat that easily because like I can make like 4. I made like 3 to 4 a month playing video like game professionally as a Warzone coach. And I worked half the hours.
Alright, my boy's landing control. I'm going control. Crack, that dude's got a bomb, bro. He's literally fucking on him. Oh! Hey, he's camping that control center in the middle. Mount it up, right at the top. Don't go.
He's camping the center console.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, it's gotta be nice to have God timing.
100% there was a hacker there?
It's none of them.
Oh my god.
I just need it done.
He's just
Then
camping there like a little
can you
bit.
try to move your mic around? Your mic is killing me, man.
Who's that? That's Venom.
Random.
It's Venom,
Turn your mic on.
the random.
Or buy a loadie right now if you can too. I have to mute him.
Mute me for what?
You're a bitch. I should have been hit. He's right here, bro. He doesn't have any ammo or anything. Fucking bot. I literally cracked his ammo and ran out of ammo and then ran around and he went the same way I went. Got run. Oh.
Ah, he's on the clock.
I didn't have any plates, bro. I just didn't have any plates.
Not good.
I'm going load out. Just go ahead and finish the stuff, bro. I don't think anybody's around us.
No, I'm just trying to fucking mute Venom when I can.
Can't hear myself think, bro.
I'm letting a
I
load out,
gotta
boys.
mute him, bro.
Make my way back over there. Yeah, me too, dude. They still over here, guys?
Yo, he ran to the opposite side.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna fuck off now.
Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy UAV active. Remain in the AO.
Oh, come on. How does...
I literally, bro, dude, come on, man. This shit's pissing me the fuck off. Damn, this lobby died fast. Yeah, dude, fuck that shit. On the roof, right here. Orange, look down here. Right here. I'm safe, boys, so if you can land on me. Well, you put yourself at a disadvantage right there.
The fuck up.
Yeah, you should have at least put yourself somewhere where you can move around when you down one.
Bro, I don't need your advice, bro. I got more kills than you and more a better KD than you and more wins.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, bro. I'm not even talking to you.
Okay, I thought you was talking to me. I was about to say.
And you don't have more kills than me, bud. I've got 7. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about total kills. I'm talking about overall career kills.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, check that shit.
Venom, send me your PayPal, brother. I'll do you the courtesy of buying you a better mic.
No, I got a mic. I just broke it yesterday. Trust me, I'm about to go get a new one today. I got a warranty on my shit.
Wow. You didn't know he was up there? I guess so. It didn't say that he lagged out or anything. It just...
God damn.
Jensen must have listened to Tannenbaum because he took way less than he deserved. So Mike came up and got to hit him late last night for him to sign that deal to stay with Brady. So now everything's falling in place. They'll have to replace 2 guards because one thing needs to be discussed. The 2 interior guards, they played over 1,700 snaps together between Brady and his starting 5 offensive linemen. Those 2 of 3, those are big losses. Marpet retiring, obviously, but with Kappa leaving for bigger money in the Bengals land, he'll have to get those 2 guards because the interior portion of the pocket is the most important for Tom Brady. He does get rid of the ball quickly, though. So all things are looking up in Tampa. I'm happy to say, and Mike G got some people to take less money to be on a better team in his world.
Danny, stunning that Jeff Saturday thinks the interior of the offensive line is the most important thing on the football team.
Tannenbaum wants people to take less money. Brian Clark wants you to know he told you so. I mean, this is like a rerun.
What are we hearing about them now? Free agency, on full swing. What are the Buccaneers doing?
They brought back Carlton Davis, the cornerback, and that was a big re-sign as well because he was expected to hit the market, and you have to believe that Tom Brady's return had an impact on that signing. So you see here, notable free agents. Gronkowski, you have to think that gets done, right? I mean, it's his buddy, Tom Brady. What they do at running back remains to be seen. They do have Keyshawn Vaughn, a player they like a lot, a young player they like a lot. And then on the defense, I know they want to bring back Jordan Whitehead, and then Sue might be a guy you can get back at this point in his career. He likes those one-year deals and chance to win a championship. They have work to do, but they're in a better spot than I think they would have been a couple days ago.
Really, one name not on that list is someone like Jarvis Landry. So let's go back to Odell Beckham. He leaves Cleveland. He goes out to the Rams, resurrects his career tragically. Obviously, he tears his ACL. But if I'm a receiver on a one-year deal, is there a better place than to go put Tom Brady in that slot and then go crush it next year in 2023?
Especially with Chris Godwin probably not available at the beginning of the season coming off of that ACL. We'll see when he can play his way back in. There's so much going on here today, and we're not by any means finished on the program, but First Take is coming up at the top of the hour. They've got a bunch of basketball to get into. Draymond Green was back. Steph and Clay had a good night last night. Are they the team to beat now in the Western Conference? Stephen A. Molly and Monica McNutt have the answer. First Take, top of the hour here on ESPN.
At Domino's, when you order carryout online, we'll tip you $3 to use on your next order for being your own delivery driver. Because every great delivery driver deserves a tip.
What was that?
Domino's tipping $3. Only at Domino's.
You're probably wondering, what makes these chips taste so good? Here's a hint. It's lime. They taste like lime. Tostito, get to the good stuff. New Axe Body Wash. Made with 100% natural origin scents. So you smell 100. Smell as fresh as nature gets.
We found the right model. Now what would make you feel comfortable with the price? Well, no one made me feel more comfortable than my kindergarten teacher, Miss Jane.
This one is special. And this one is also special.
What's really special is saying, show me the Carfax value. You get your most accurate price based on a vehicle dashboard. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
This is my zen time. It's
like a video game!
People say, well, what are you? Are you a farmer or a brewer? So I say, I am definitely a line guy.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. Learn more at deer.com.
Should I play that again? PTI. I need the PDF, DOB, aka EOD. What's the ETA?
ASAP, FYI.
Okay.
HBD Gordon.
HBDY.
Oh, well, look at this gift. This gift. FWIW.
ROTFL.
You see my IM?
TLDR.
What?
Too long. You read.
Okay.
We don't need any more acronyms, but we could all use more ways to save.
TX, YOLO!
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Doesn't reach.
Making friends again, Billy? I like to keep my enemies close.
Guys, excuse me. I didn't quite get that. I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, and don't forget about the tense music, too.
I stay consistent. Are they the okay?
Can we move on, guys? Please.
You're not upset, Harry. Give me a light. Okay, give me a light.
You said you wanted to feel the power taken by G. I thought you meant like live streaming. Oh, we're live streaming, all right. Let's roll. Smile, you're on cricket.
Superstition ain't the way. Popeye's flounder fish sandwich is the real deal. Made with crispy flounder, sandwiched between two fluffy brioche buns, served with crunchy pickles and our signature tartar sauce. Now that's a sandwich worth savoring. Get our delicious flounder fish sandwich today.
Small businesses are joining the big switch. Save over $1,000 when you switch to our ultimate business plan for the lowest price ever. Plus, choose from the latest 5G smartphones. Get more 5G bars in more places. Switch to T-Mobile for Business today.
Here. Come on. Great. You for real? Ah! So maybe just a cable?
We got you. Welcome to America's #1 battery destination. AutoZone, your battery solution.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Perfect.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Remember what a night out feels like. And thanks to Confirmed Connecting Rooms by Hilton, sneak in for a good night kiss. Book our family of friends at Hilton.com. To new memories, Hilton.
Baby, so.
I mean, we both saw this coming.
And I'm on the roll.
Tostitos avocado salsa. We bring all of this in you, so you can put it on, well, just about anything. Tostitos avocado salsa. Get to the good stuff.
Y'all, this one was ugly from the jump. The Lakers fell behind 30-6 early against the Raptors last night. Never had a shot the rest of the way. They lose 114-103. This is the second straight slow start for LA. Don't forget they trailed Phoenix Sunday by 26 points after the first quarter in that defeat. The Lakers still are the 9th seed in the West, but just barely. They only have a 2.5-game cushion over that 11th-seeded Portland to stay in the play-in tournament. Going to get interesting here at the end. Shannon, after what you've seen the past 2 nights, where do you think the Lakers finish in the West?
Well, not just the last 2 nights, basically the last 25 games. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. There's no reason for optimism. Now I just turn into the game to see how many points LeBron's going to score. They don't play any defense. They turn the ball over. Guys are getting shoot-around threes. I'm talking about wide open. Guys are going up the dribble. And I get that small lineup skill, but they got crushed on the glass. They got beat by 21. And when you play a small lineup, you can't worry about leaking out. You can't worry about getting fast break points. You got to have everybody coming to try to get on the glass. They got out rebounded 64-43. 64-43, Skip. Come on. You're not beating anybody giving up that kind of... And guys shoot 9 of 17, 9 of 17. I mean, and so even though when you look at, Skip, you look at Toronto, they were 10 of 37. In the first quarter, when they really blew the game open, they were like at one point like 5 or 9. And the Lakers would just turnover after turnover. They get in layup after layup. All of a sudden, LeBron missing little buddy layup. Russ, we already know he gonna miss layup. Monk missing layup. It's just, they're not winning. I look at the schedule. I had Steve to get the schedule, the graphic. Let's look at the schedule, Skip. Look at their remaining schedule. They're going to be favored one time. Look at the schedule. At Minnesota, we were talking about Cat just dropped 60, 17. Toronto just beat the brakes off of them. Yep. Washington, Cleveland, Philly, New Orleans, Dallas, Utah. Look at that schedule. They'll be favored in one game. OKC at home. How do they hold on, Skip? How do they hold on? Because right now, their game in front of the Pelicans, and the one game in front of the Pelicans, they're 2.5 games in front of the Blazers, they're 3.5 games in front of the Spurs. With that schedule on the horizon, and some of those, a couple of those are back to back. We saw what they looked like Sunday, and then they followed that up with Monday with an even worse performance. Just when you thought it could. Oh. How do they hold on, Skip? How do they hold on? Because right now, their game in front of the Pelicans. If you're going to keep this game from getting out of hand, he might need to have a Cat, like a stat line. Like Cat got 32 in the third, LeBron needed 32 or 32 at the half to offset what was going on with the Raptors. And so when you look at it, a team that turns the ball over like they do. So now you're taking possessions away where I'm not even getting a shot up at the basket. A team that plays defense as poorly as they do, where teams are getting layups. This is a layup line for teams. Or they're getting shoot-around threes. How do you win? You're not going to win. And Skip, and I said this at play-in, they're going to just hope they can, I don't see it. Honestly, Skip, I'm looking at this, Skip, I just don't see it. When you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 12 games are on the road. They got the second toughest remaining schedule outside of Chicago. Yeah. Skip, honestly, I don't see it. I just don't see it. They're on the road for the next week. They come home for one game with Philly, then they're back on the road with New Orleans and Dallas and Utah. Okay? I don't see it, Skip. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. The playoffs, they're not going to be in the play-in. They're going to miss the playoffs entirely.
Okay, and just so people get it, they're one game up on the Pelicans to stay in the play-in at 10.
Correct.
The Pels are 10. They're right now 9. One game up.
Right.
If you fall behind the Pelicans and you're 10, that means you have to win 2 road games to actually make it into the playoffs.
Correct.
So you have to go on the road and then go on the road again against different teams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To your point, New Orleans plays a middling tough schedule. It's the 14th toughest. So they're somewhere in the middle in degree of difficulty, but you've got a stay of execution for a little while because Brandon Ingram has a hamstring issue and is out like 7 to 10 more days.
Right.
But you play New Orleans head-to-head twice, there first and then back home. It's March 27th and April 1st.
You remember what the Pelicans did at the crib?
By 28.
Okay.
Then Portland, 2.5 games back. You got another stay of execution. You got another break because Anthony Simons, before the break, was becoming a star. He was breaking out.
I think that's what made CJ expendable.
Okay, and he's got a knee issue that's supposed to keep him out another week or so. So again, you got breaks because the best player on the 2 teams chasing is going to be out for a little while longer. Okay. All right. Now back to LeBron last night. This was very troubling to me because he is such a great player. And now, to me, he is completely unplugged when it comes to trying to win games. To me, it's all about scoring. I still believe he can win the scoring title this year. I think it would be feather in goat cap, quote unquote, because you could say, oh, I won the scoring title at age 37 in year 19.
Right.
So that's his focus right now. And obviously he is still focused on passing Karl Malone first, which is going to happen as what he's 70 points away from Karl.
Right.
And then Kareem next year.
Right.
So those are his goals. Those are his focus. Those are his priorities right now. Yet if you step back from this, his Lakers have lost 15 of their last 20. That's hard to fathom when you have LeBron freaking James on your team. Obviously, we could argue somewhere in the top whatever your taste is for it. But he's an all-time great player who, since the All-Star break, they're 2-7. And would you believe in those 9 games, he leads the NBA in turnovers? So he's gone Russell Westbrook since the All-Star break, turning the basketball over, leading the league in that. In that period, he's
Yeah,
taking
Mom.
the third most shots in the league because now
Thank you.
he's just saying it's all or nothing, he's scoring. And if he has a huge night, if he gets 50-something or whatever, if they have a chance on a big stage, maybe against Golden State, if Golden State's
all that fucking money back. Fuck.
Okay, so
I lost about $500 in that bingo because I spent $200 and then I won that $300. Shit, I spent all that fucking money back.
Because the total focus is
I ain't doing that no more. I ain't doing that no more. If I spend all my money like that and win back, I'm not losing back what I win no more. I'm not doing that. I lost shit. If you cut the $200 I lost it, then I lost $275. I lost close to $500. I ain't doing that no more. If I win them pool tabs, I'm gonna spend my 60 back and that's it. I spend my 60 back and keep 200. I ain't doing that no more.
For LeBron's ability to score,
Shit, I don't know.
it actually benefits
Shit,
to fall
I don't know.
behind in the first quarter because then you can just say, all bets are off. I'm not going to share the basketball at all. My priority will be to score. And what did you do last night? What was actually I know they made it a semblance of a game.
I don't know, 10 minutes. I don't know.
30 left. They could have cut it to
Probably gonna take me to Sawgrass or something.
It's a long shot.
It's just one of those things, you know, they have a
40 years old, getting old.
Now all of a sudden they get the ball, go down the hill, three, they make up 17.
That's it. But what did LeBron James do in the fourth quarter last night? Well, he was really good. He made 5 out of 6 shots. He scored 14 of his 30 points in the fourth quarter. Well, that's how you get to 30. Right. Is that not garbage time? Because your biggest deficit of game came late in the third quarter. You were down 28.
Right.
So it was straight garbage time from that moment forward. Right. And LeBron said, "Thank you very much. I will take advantage."
I think the thing is, Skip, is that look, if you look at it early in the first quarter, Skip, he's passing that. Austin Reeves had some good look.
And missed all 3 of them. They missed, what were they, 1 for 25?
Yeah, because at one time, Skip, it was like they missed their first 16 or something like that.
Yep.
Well, Skip, if you miss your first 16 and the other team gets 5 or 9, 5 or 10, you're probably going to find yourself down by 1. You feel me? When you turn the ball over like they do.
And Scotty Barnes, straight out of Florida State, he goes for 15 in the first quarter, you're going to lose.
Yeah, Skip, he was 6 or 6.
Right. If you keep that pace up, you're going cat. You're going to have 60, right?
You're exactly right. And so that's the problem, Skip. I think the thing is, he still would like to, I still believe scoring is the second best thing that he does. I still believe facilitating. But Skip, we ain't talking about Russ. Russ is shooting 8.8% from 3 since the All-Star break. And somehow, the ball keeps rotating and finding its way in his hand.
No, last night he didn't try many. Did he only take 1?
I think he took 1. Yeah, he took 1. But he was 14.
Okay.
Malik, I mean, he struggled.
And by the way, Russ, since the break, is 2 of 23 from 3. Right. Go ahead.
Austin Reeves was 1 of 7. Malik Monk was 3 of 8. Russ was 4 of 10. I mean, 1 of 3, 1 of 8, 3 of 10. Horton Tucker played okay. He was 8 of 13. Turnover, he's going to turn the ball over. Does that. But, I mean, I just don't know. When you look at these shooting percentage, they shot 39% from the floor. Ain't no whole lot of sense out there, Skip, when we shoot 39% from the floor.
That's with LeBron going 11 or 19.
Yeah. So if he don't go 11 or 19, Skip, they might be in the 20s.
Okay. Now, back to LeBron and his minutes issue. He played 41 minutes last night. He's averaging 37 minutes.
Look at that's like 4th. Is it 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, I think it's 3rd now. Okay. It's a lot for your 19 because he already had high mileage on those tires.
But you know what, Skip? You're not going to make the playoffs. You get plenty of time in there.
Okay, well, I think that's what he just decided. Yes, we're not going anywhere. I'm just going to play. I don't want to hear any more about knee issues because it's just not a valid excuse. If you can play back-to-back at Phoenix and come right back against Toronto and play 40 minutes, and by the way, in the fourth quarter, he played all but 20 seconds. You can't tell me you're not stat padding at that point. And you know what? I'm okay with it. He's just saying, it's over for us. Let me just get mine because mine will count on my legacy. And he's hoping that this will just go away, this bad dream of this year. To your point, I think they'll wind up 10th. I'm just not sure Portland can catch them.
Who's going to beat us, Skip?
Okay, but who's Portland going to beat? And I'm the biggest Chauncey Billups.
But here's the thing. The thing that you and I both will agree with on this is that Portland and the Pelicans, they play hard every game. They might be out talented.
Oh, I agree with
that. But they play hard. I'm watching Portland. They're down like 19 at
made it a game.
Yeah.
I also had it on. It was highly impressive, and they don't have their best player.
I'm watching the Pelicans,
Yep.
and I watch them, and they play hard. You tell me the time the Lakers play hard when they're down 30-6, when they're down 25-30. Now all of a sudden they're trying to play pass the lane. Now they're trying to D up.
Yep.
Bro, you down 102.
Okay, here's the biggest problem. Your Lakers went from #1 in defensive efficiency just a year ago.
Yeah.
And the year before they were #1.
Right.
So back-to-back years of #1. They have now allowed the 27th most points in the NBA.
Yeah.
You're the 27th most?
Yeah, and look where they are as far as turnovers. So you turn the ball over, you're top 5 in turnovers, but you're 27th in points allowed. That's a recipe to have the kind of record that you got.
Okay, and LeBron used to be the driving force on the defensive end to maybe would set the tone. Right. Not that he could do it every play, every possession, but he would set the early tone on defense. He now ranks 179th in individual defensive win shares, and he's been hovering around 200 all year. It's just he's spectating on defense. And they're asking him to play the 5, and so he uses the 5 playing center as rest stop. He just goes and rests.
Well, you rest if you don't have a skill big. You're not resting on DeAndre Ayton. And when you got Minnesota, I don't know, you better hope that Dwight Howard, he had to leave for personal reasons. Hope everything works out in that situation. But you better hope he comes back, because you better not put Stanley Johnson on Cat. You go for 70.
You know what? I think LeBron's going to have to take it. Seriously, I was thinking about that this morning. Who else is there?
Well, here's the thing, if LeBron takes it, he's going to give you nothing on the offense, because he's going to spend all his energy dealing with Cat. We're going to talk about Cat, but Cat turned into a monster.
If you can win the three-point contest and you're 7 feet tall and you can make 7 out of 11 threes last night, you're going to score 60. And once upon a time, the San Antonio Spurs actually played this thing called defense, especially at home. They gave up 149 to that team.
When Cat's going like that, he's motivated. He had COVID, his mom passing, and now he goes out there with a purpose. Every single game, I'm going to make mama proud. And he's punishing everybody. Nobody's getting a break when they play the dude. But Skip, back to our originally scheduled program. You believe they're going to be 10. Skip, I just don't see it. I don't see how.
I'm not sure LeBron wants the shame of being 10. You know what I mean? I think LeBron would prefer, let's just call it a year.
What I was going to say, if you don't want the shame of being 10, what the hell is 11, 12?
But at least you're out of sight, out of mind, where you don't have to even go play a road playoff.
Well, here's the thing, though, Skip. But see, this is what happens. You get 10, okay, you might win 2 games. Because if AD gets back and if AD's healthy, with LeBron, could you possibly beat the Pelicans? Could you beat one of these teams that's 7, 8? Yeah, you could. One game for the take off. LeBron playing the way he's playing. You get AD comes back and he gives you something. Now, there's a good chance that he comes back and somewhere through the first or second quarter, he'll probably get injured again. But I'm just saying, if he can hold up for 2 games, sure they can win those games.
Okay, well, you make amends, right?
But still, Minnesota.
Time will tell, guys. We'll have to see as the season ticks down. All right, I got to interrupt you. We need to switch to some NFL news now. The Browns have decided to part ways with veteran wideout Jarvis Landry, my LSU guy. This happened after acquiring Amari Cooper from Skip's Cowboys. The Pro Bowl receiver had been there since Baker Mayfield was drafted. Just like OBJ, though, he's been cut. Cleveland looking to reshape its offense around the former Heisman Trophy winner. Shannon, chew on this one for a minute. What does it tell you about Baker Mayfield that both of his top 2 receivers from last season have been cut?
It reflects poorly on him. Because if you remember, Skip, everybody that came there, Odell was a #1 at the Giants. He was a 3-time Pro Bowl player. He was 2-time second-team All-Pro. Jarvis came from the Dolphins. He was a #1 receiver. Now all of a sudden you got #1 receivers, and supposed to get, instead of getting cut, Baker Mayfield was supposed to elevate these guys. Huh? Now Skip Bayless is telling me Odell wasn't the #1, Jarvis isn't the #1, Amari Cooper everywhere he's been. Alabama, he was the #1. High school, he was #1. He goes to the Raiders, he's the #1. He goes to the Cowboys, he's the #1. Now all of a sudden he's not a #1. At some point in time, Skip, we see a recurring theme. Now, the problem also that I have with Cleveland is that Jarvis missed a lot of games last year because of his knee. His production dropped. Injury. Nobody made an excuse for that. But all I hear is somebody come out here every day and talk about it. Alexander Labrum. And he broke his arm. And he broke.
He broke his arm for cashing them checks from Progressive. Mr. Progressive, he ain't missed a paycheck. So I wouldn't hear nothing about no injuries. This reflects very, very poorly. Now, it's being reported. Guess who's having to sit down with Deshaun Watson today? Now, Baker Mayfield. Now, you think San Diego, excuse me, do you think the Chargers requested an interview with Deshaun? Cincinnati. Maybe Buffalo did. Maybe Kansas City. Green Bay. Baltimore. Oh, why would a team that has the #1 draft pick at the quarterback position want to talk to Deshaun Watson? I need to know why. You know why. And so does everybody else in Cleveland. You guys out here. Yeah. I don't really know how to tell you this, but he's not that guy. Not that guy. He's not that guy. Not that guy. You know it, not me.
Shannon Sharp, I don't know exactly how to tell you this, but you've never been more wrong on a quarterback this side of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. than you are right now on Baker Mayfield. You will be proven extremely wrong, and I was proven once again right, because what just happened, Odell Beckham Jr. got cut by the Browns. That means they tried to trade him, and they couldn't. Jarvis Landry just got cut by the Cleveland Browns. That means they tried to trade. They actually gave him permission. You shop yourself. Get your agent, make calls. Find a happy buyer out there, and we'll go right along.
Why would I do that? But I can get him at the instead of the contract that he's on. I can get him for the price that I want. That's more palatable to me.
Good luck with that. Odell took a minimum to go to the Rams.
They got that in the end.
Jarvis got cut. Now they said there are a couple of interested teams. Yeah, at the veteran minimum, they might be interested.
He don't get there, maybe.
Well, I don't think he will, because Odell didn't. And then Odell looked around and said, you know what? I know deep down in my heart of hearts, I'm just a complimentary receiver. I think I want to go to the Rams, because then I won't have any pressure on me. There'll be no expectations, because they've got the best receiver in football, and they got Robert Woods, and they got Tyler Higbee, and they got Jefferson, and I'll just be another guy down the list. And if I catch 4 or 5 balls a game, I'll look like a hero. Way to go, Odell. Brilliant choice by you. But it's not a #1.
If what you're saying is true, because you said Amari Cooper isn't a #1. How does Baker succeed with no #1?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
he hasn't had one. He's had complimentary receivers.
Because that's what he is a quarterback. He's the guy.
He just got another one in Amari Cooper.
Amen.
And again, the Browns said, we like Amari so much that we're willing to at least give a 5 for him, so that he doesn't hit the market and get to pick where he wants to go. We need him to come here, because nobody wants to go to the Browns. And especially Deshaun Watson. It's laughable to think you'd say, okay, I'll waive my no-trade clause to go play for that sorry organization.
Really? But you got a quarterback.
Time out. All those teams you mentioned, what were all those teams? It was the San Diego Chargers. I know, but I'll go with San Diego. They're still the
Chargers and Cincinnati and Kansas City and Buffalo.
Okay, I'll give you Cincy and Kansas City, but boy, if I start on Buffalo, I have to start thinking hard about you. Also through Aaron Rodgers.
Stop.
What have I told you about Deshaun Watson? Last I saw him, he was a top 3 quarterback. I've told you before, back to the Tim Tebow days. If you say, oh, you can have Peyton Manning instead of Tim, I'm all in on Peyton. As much as I love Tim Tebow, he's only this good. Peyton is all-time top 5 great. So if you'll give me Peyton Manning, and I was the one who said, Irsay is making the biggest mistake he's ever made in his life to push Peyton out the back door and in it. Go look it up. I was first guest on that, where I said, hey, Jim Irsay, you're making a huge mistake here. And what did it cost him? It cost him MVPs in Super Bowl, right?
Well, I'm glad. I hate that Peyton had to leave that way, but I'm glad he did.
Okay.
Well, what that so, about Baker Mayfield?
Okay, but my point is, if you say you can have Deshaun Watson over Baker Mayfield, I'm all in. I'm all in on Deshaun. Because he's better. Deshaun is better than Baker Mayfield will ever hope to be. Baker's really good. Deshaun's top 3. Top 3.
Pro Football Focus. You just told me how Pro Football Focus over the last every other game, that's a large sample size. He's graded the 3rd best quarterback. If he's the 3rd best quarterback, Deshaun Watson should not even be on that roster.
Honestly, part of that deal would be the Texans could get Baker Mayfield, and they'd say, yeah, we're all in on that. But Deshaun's going to say, I don't want to go up there and play for that sorry outfit up there.
They don't want a baker, they don't want a candlestick maker or a butcher either.
Yeah.
Stop it. You and I both know that guy is average. He's a game manager.
No.
That's what he is. He's a game manager.
He is really good, and he is a special leader. You're about to find that out.
There's nothing special about Baker Mayfield. He don't have nothing special. He don't run. He doesn't scramble extremely well. He doesn't have the biggest arm. He's not the most accurate guy. He turns the ball over, and guess what? Hurt. He will hurt.
He's a body torque thrower who tore his labrum and fractured his left shoulder and sucked it up and won over a lot of teammates by saying, I'm going to play.
Oh, Jarvis did the exact same thing. Playing with me. I get a receiver playing on the ball to me. He sucked it up. Going out there for Baker. And now look at it. See, when it comes to this, what I tell you guys, be careful now when you go out there, you're putting out bad tape. You better be able to go out there and perform like you normally would, because you're putting bad tape out and they're going to hold it against you. Anything you play, however you play, will be held against you, except if you're Baker Mayfield.
I don't have the time to go back through all the drop balls by Odell Beckham Jr. and by Jarvis Landry thrown right into their bread basket.
I got 12 minutes of footage. When he hit the guy's arm in the back of the head, or hit him in the butt, you ain't pin the tail on the donkey. You throw the ball, hit the guy in the chest. You hit him in his hand. What your guy do? Hit him in the back of the head? Like he's playing dodgeball.
The truth is, you're going to get exposed on this. He's going to be just like Brady.
Yeah, he got
just like Brady. He got so exposed that without Odell, when Odell went down, we're going back 2 years ago, he went on one of the great runs we've seen in the last 5 years.
Went to the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
my goodness.
But the league was so hot for Jarvis that they said, no, we're not going to trade you 5 or 6 for him. We'll take our chances and get him on the veteran minimum. That's what they're all thinking, because he's just another guy at this point. And Baker couldn't rise above Odell and or Jarvis.
Now he can't rise above.
And they're soulmates from LSU.
Now they can't rise above.
You know, they're like, oh, stop it. Both of them got cut by the Browns. That's all I needed to know. Period. And if they were what you said they were, if it were Baker's fault, as you said it was from the start, then people would have lined up to trade for both of them, and nobody made a single offer. Not a single offer.
Look what OBJ did when he got with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I did. I saw 8 straight games. He averaged catching 3 balls and 34 yards.
And what happened to play?
3 balls.
Every week, Fox bet a minute that line. It went from like 20 yards to 30 yards to 50 yards, and then all of a sudden it was all the way up to 70 yards a game.
It wasn't 70.
Yes, it was.
It went above 50, but Cooper Kupp was always at 105 every game.
And what did he do against Tampa? What did he do against Tampa?
Can you believe Cooper Kupp is twice as good as Odell Beckham Jr.?
What did he do?
That's all you need to know. Cooper Kupp is twice as good. All the stars
and Deshaun Watson, and what Cleveland is telling you, he believes Deshaun Watson is twice as good as Baker Mayfield. Who's trading the #1 overall draft pick 4 years after he was taken #1?
Green Bay, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson? I think I'd rather have Deshaun Watson than Aaron Rodgers. I would. I got a better shot of going at distance in the postseason with Deshaun
Watson. They thought so much of Aaron Rodgers. They took a quarterback, traded up to get a quarterback, and then turned around 2 years later and gave Aaron Rodgers $50+ million. That's what they think of Aaron Rodgers. They think so much of Baker Mayfield, they haven't given him a contract extension.
No, sorry. Let's be honest about that. What has been reported, he's the one who's saying no to them because he does not trust them. He wants to hit the open market because he wants no more association with that.
They'll get Deshaun Watson, and he gonna hit the market.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about the supermarket or the fish market, but he gonna be out of that market.
You think he wants to go to Cleveland? Seriously. Think he does?
Oh, I'm just saying. Why you entertaining that? Why you entertaining that? If you're not interested in him, why you talking to me if you're not interested in me? You know, I tell him all the time, well, he ain't my type. Well, why you over here talking to me then if I ain't your type?
You won't answer the question. Who wouldn't want Deshaun Watson? Who wouldn't? If I'm Buffalo, would I rather have Josh Allen or Deshaun? I think I'm taking Deshaun.
Guess what?
Thank
Buffalo
you.
ain't even called. That's how we should do. We fair. Clearly you not fair. You know, I never think you know, well, you know, he ain't, they don't really tell you more.
I think Cleveland just showed you. Odell was the problem, and then Jarvis was the problem because they were a combined problem for Baker Mayfield. Thank you. Maybe he'll get a real receiver someday. He needs a #1. And I told you, Amari's not. No, I'm not. I'm truth-telling because John Gruden had enough of Amari Cooper. He said, you don't give me a 1 for this? Thank you. Gone. Done. Thank you. And then all of a sudden, Amari's quitting on the road in 2019 for Dak Prescott. Where did he go? Hey, he made Dak and then he broke Dak. Congratulations. And he will help break Baker Mayfield if Baker is forced to make him his number 1.
There's plenty of it. Stop it. Amari Cooper's a made man. Amari Cooper's been to Pro Bowl at 2 different teams. Baker Mayfield is a guy. And you want to accept it. It's hard to accept that, Skip. It's hard. It's really hard. But once it dawns on you, it's a lot easier to stomach.
Again, 11 straight games without Odell 2 years ago. 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions and won a playoff game at Pittsburgh against your arch rival with a QBR of 91. That's special. And thank you for bringing that up.
Those little games. Was Jarvis there?
Sure. You gotta have somebody to throw.
What you gotta have somebody to throw to? He ain't nobody.
Really, the true number 1 was Rashard Higgins or maybe Peoples-Jones.
Stop it.
Well, I don't know. Remember that big drop that Jarvis had at Baltimore when they were coming back to win the game?
Yeah. Drop happened. There was somebody to say, hey, everybody, if you play receiver, you're going to drop. Just like quarterback. You remember that bad throw that he had opening there against Kansas City?
Remember Baker's rookie year, he had the 4th most big-time throws according to Pro Football Focus in the league.
When are you going to update his resume?
In the league.
When are you going to update that resume?
I just told you, 11 straight games, went 8-3.
How long ago that was?
And then what happened early this year? Second game against those Houston Texans that he may be traded to at some point. What happened?
They don't want it.
He tore his labrum and fractured his shoulder.
They don't want it.
Oh, they would love it.
They would not love it.
Yes, they would.
They would not.
You know what? I just need Baker to get.
Guys, we're going to discuss Deshaun Watson and his future coming up a little bit later in the show. But we're going to stick with Tom Brady for the moment. Did the 49ers miss a golden opportunity to bring him in? Skip and Shannon will chew on that one. Coming up next.
When the refreshing taste of a hard seltzer meets the bold flavor of a margarita, you get a seltzer-rita, and the day gets even tastier. Introducing Corona Hard Seltzer, Seltzer-rita.
This is Antonelli's Shoe Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
Your mission, stand up to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq pain, stiffness, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take it allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie can help you save on Rinvoq.
Okay, I get it. Commitment can be scary, but not when you're saving up to 15% with Subscribe and Save at Amazon. You get free repeat delivery on your favorite items. And if things don't work out, you can always cancel. Seriously, no one will judge you if you call them. Okay.
Learn all the ways to save with Amazon.
We're lower in the apartment,
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
but there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
That saves us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
I made it at home.
It's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
When you step into a new day, determined, committed, willing to take on whatever's asked of you, That new day is yours to own, yours to shape, and yours to be proud of. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand in vehicle quality.
Right now, during Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
The full Resurgence Quick Trip 500, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Free. Hi, folks. Steve Hilton here at Hilton Furniture Mattress, and we're doing it again. College basketball championship promotion. Spend $3,000 or more on a bedroom set, dining room set, living room set, Tempur-Pedic mattress set, Stearns & Foster, Stanley Posturepedic. Ooh, on anything at Hilton Furniture Mattress. And if the team from Texas wins the big game on April 4th in the New Orleans Superdome, ooh, your purchase is free. Hilton Furniture Mattress. I-45 South, exit 2 West, next to Alvin Mall. Ooh, free. And that's a fact, yes.
Carol Baskin?
I'm Carol Baskin. Joe Exotic, documented animal abuser who wishes me death. We're coming for you. Look at all these people watching, man. Wait a minute, Chrissy. Love all the people watching. We just done a flying circus.
Oh my God, what happened?
There's no murder. I didn't do this.
Things got a little wild.
Just say Peacock into your Xfinity voice remote or download the app today.
Woo! Sorry, I just locked in a great refinancing rate for my student loans at Credible.com. Woo! I'm the Credible.
It's either credible or it's not.
Time for a hot topic of the day, brought to you by Kit Kat. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Okay, so after 40 days of retirement, Tom Brady said unfinished business brought him back for another year with the Bucs. However, an anonymous NFL executive thinks that the past 2 months really have been all about trying to get to another team. He told The Athletic, "I'm thinking these several weeks have been all about seeing if the 49ers were willing to bring him in." Shannon, interesting theory. The 49ers also repeatedly said no to TB12 when he was a free agent 2 years ago. If all of this is true, you think San Francisco made the right decision to say no to Tom Brady twice?
I do, because the thing is that they invested so much. Maybe not the first time. They maybe could have kicked the tires, but Jimmy G had taken them to the Super Bowl, Skip. So it was like, okay, we got to the Super Bowl. The guy played really well. They didn't anticipate him getting hurt the second year. But that's kind of been the story. Either hurt or he makes a big one dumb decision that ends up costing you the ball game. But Skip, at the end of the day, I just think that Great Tom isn't a great fit for Kyle's offense. And yes, they have weapons, Debo, they got great receivers, tight end is unbelievable. The running game, the way Kyle can dial up the running game is second to none. But it's just not a great fit. There's going to be a power struggle, and we see how it was with B8 and Tom early on. And Kyle is like his father, who is basically like his former coach of 20 years, Coach Belichick. And, you know, Coach Belichick, like, this is what we do. This is how we do it. You fit the system, and we keep it moving. And that's how Kyle is. And so for me, Skip, I don't think it couldn't have worked. Maybe, yeah, maybe. But knowing Kyle like I know him, I know his dad a lot better than I know him. But he's just like his dad. His mannerisms are just like his dad. It wouldn't work. Because Mike, I played Mike with my head coach for a long time. It was Mike Shanahan. And he had John Elway. And so, although John is not as accomplished, he's the same pantheon figure like Tom is. And this is what we do. This is how we run our offense. This is. And so for me, Skip, get it. And plus, they had given up, Skip, I would say this, if they had only given up a second round pick, or maybe a first round pick, but they gave up so much to get Trey Lance and to stagnate his growth even more, I think that's no. So I believe they made the right decision. And you can't assume, when you see what he did in Tampa, he went to Tampa the first year and they won the Super Bowl. He goes to San Francisco, he's gonna win the Super Bowl. There's no way to know that. That was great what he did, but I do believe they made the right decision. I do.
And you played for Mike Shanahan, and you love him, and you are defending him, and I don't blame you for that. But I'm here to say this has not been publicized enough, because I believe that with Mike advising, Kyle Shanahan made the two biggest mistakes in the history of the San Francisco 49ers when he said no twice to Tom Brady. I think people should embrace that. They should reflect upon it, and they should hold it against Kyle if, in fact, Brady goes on to win a second Super Bowl for Tampa Bay. And I give him a real good shot at that. And I also believe that now the Shanahans may have helped motivate Tom Brady to go win a second Super Bowl for the Tampa Bay once upon a time second years. Okay. And the point about all this is it's all about credit. Your coach, Mike Shanahan, could take credit for John Elway's Super Bowls because Mike showed John how to win a Super Bowl that he couldn't win by himself. Right. Am I right? Yeah. He was what at that point? 0-3? 0-3. 0-3 in Super Bowls. And Mike took over and said, no, John. And again, he was an older player at that point. Didn't take care of himself the way Brady does because nobody did at that point. But as John was aging, another guy fell out of I believe, out of the 6th round, right into your lap, right out of heaven. And his name was TD, right? Terrell Davis. Yeah. And what happened? You just ran, you literally ran all the way to Super Bowl championships, right? Yeah. 2 of them, back to back. And I thought, John, silly me, I thought he'd say, I got to run it back one more time. And he said, you know what? I'm shot. I'm done. I've had enough. Yeah. I'm out. But the point was, Mike can take huge credit for that, even though he had a pantheon quarterback, because he helped him get over the top, over the hump. Okay. So I got all that. But in this case, this is classic Shanahan ego because they're taking one look at the GOAT, and he's clearly the GOAT, Tom Brady, and they're saying, yeah, but the fairy tale story, if he came home and won us a Super Bowl here, we could take 0 credit for that. And to me, Tom Brady can fit in any offense, except you have to refit the offense around him. Right. So you have to swallow your pride.
Yeah, you have to run his offense. You're not running your offense.
You can't do it. Although Brady would love that run game. I mean, he
but I don't know how you run the run game with Tom Brady in the system. But here's the thing, though, Skip, is that see what you did? When things go well, he won him a Super Bowl. But when they lost, you blame Tom Brady's defense. You see, Brady only gets credit for when they win. But when they lose, it's Tom Brady's defense. They couldn't get one stop. They couldn't stop Cooper Kupp, although they had taken the ball away 4 times. Even though Brady had fumbled the ball, had turned it over twice, they got the ball right back for Tom Brady. You never mention that. It's only the good. And see, that's the problem with people, and that's what the Shanahans know. If things don't go well, we're going to get the blame. If things go great, he's going to get all the credit.
Do you want to win a Super Bowl or not?
And when we don't, what happens? Okay. Who gets the blame when we don't?
How long is it going to be until Trey Lance, and I love Trey Lance, but how long will it be before he wins the Super Bowl? 3 years at best?
Well, we see the young guys. It doesn't take long. We saw what Joe Burrow did. We saw Patrick Mahomes. We saw Josh Allen. They took that next step quick.
Really? I love him, but I don't know.
Look at Justin Herbert.
It's a long shot. It's a long shot. You love Justin Herbert? You think he's going to win the Super Bowl next year?
No.
They're making big signings, right?
They're making
bombshells, right?
Yes.
Okay. My point is that they could have had Tom Brady. I think they were in your camp. 2 years ago, they thought he was, to use LeBron's favorite word, walking. Mm-hmm. They said, nah, come on, we don't want to do this. And they were wrong about that because he was not walking. And I believe now they're wrong again, and this was more about credit and ego because they're like, yeah, they did invest the whole future. They said Trey Lance is the man. Yeah. So they don't want to give that up because the credit there, the Shanahan credit, especially for Kyle in this case, because he's the one who needs it, because, by the way, once upon a time, not that long ago, he was up 28-3 on Tom Brady, and they blew it.
Right.
Is it somewhat his fault? Somewhat. Yeah. Did you run the ball well? Sure. Okay. And Kyle has nothing else to show on his resume except right now that, right?
Right.
So he needs to prove that he can go win with Trey Lance. That's what it's going to boil down to that.
Yeah. He's just wagging at him. That's the guy that's going to bring him home.
Okay. So what have I told you from day one after the first bombshell announcement from Tom Brady, I'm retired? What have I told you? Well, it's the same thing that I'm reading in Mike Sando's story in The Athletic, that he's quoting an anonymous executive as saying that the time between the retirement announcement and the start of free agency was the window for Brady to find out whether the 49ers wanted him or not.
Well, my thing is,
Why retire? If you're not really wanting to retire, why did you retire? What? You didn't have to say anything. You had that same amount of time. You could have kept your mouth shut until now and said, you know what, I'm coming back. Or no, I'm officially retired. Why did you feel the need to open your mouth and say you retired and it's the process the next day?
You don't want to play for Bruce Arians.
But who was he playing for?
Well, he had no choice. He got reduced. He got forced.
You could have stayed retired.
No, he wants to play.
Oh,
he wanted to play elsewhere, and he hoped that he could put some PR pressure on the ownership at Tampa to say, hey, I decided because the 49ers still want me that I'm going to come out of retirement just for 1 year, maybe a couple, but 1 year for sure, to go home to play for the team I grew up as a kid loving, the 49ers, in the shadow of my San Mateo home.
Right.
Candlestick Park. They don't play there now, but he could go home. It would be the perfect exclamation point to his career. Yeah. And all he would need to do is to convince the Tampa Bay ownership, the Glazer family, I'm sorry, could you please do me a favor and just allow me to go home and finish for a year? I believe they would have let him.
Well, they're two different places now, Skip. They're both grown up and they're different people now. You could have a middle school or high school sweetheart, and you didn't work out then, but you're trying to reconnect 35 years later. Now, we different people, baby. We different people. You're different people, Tom. San Francisco is a different team. You different. Now, stay in Tampa, and hopefully you see what happens there, but you're not going anywhere else. And I don't believe Tampa, what, talking about do him a solid. When they do that at his business, when they do solid. Now, hey, sometimes that has happened. We were very fortunate enough. I think if I'm reading all indications, we lost our very talented guy, play-by-play guy, and Joe Buck. They did him a solid. They said, Joe, you've been good with for 20 years, bro. Bro, we wish you nothing but the best. Free.
Okay.
Tampa said, now we ain't doing that to you.
Well, it didn't come to that. As the team executive says, that Brady came out with a statement saying he needed to do it right before free agency, but I'm thinking, said this executive, these several weeks have been all about seeing if the 49ers were willing to bring him in. I told you that from day one, and I was right about this.
And what happened?
And the Shanahans made a huge mistake.
And what did I tell you from day one?
I don't know what you said.
You know what I said.
You said, please go away and leave me alone. That's what you said. And he's back to haunt you for a whole nother year. That's what you said.
I didn't say that.
He's back.
I didn't say that.
Yep.
But he ain't win the Super Bowl.
We'll see about
so what the Rams? So what the Rams? What the Rams doing?
They'll be very good.
What Green Bay gonna do?
They'll be very good.
MVP again, huh?
The GOAT is back.
And don't let my homeboy get a second receiver to go with Tyreek. He was trouble.
Awesome stuff, guys. And of course, we still need to wait and see what happens with Jimmy G. Where does he end up? All right. How important was it for Skip's Cowboys to bring back DeMarcus Lawrence? That's up next here on Undisputed on FS1.
What if this isn't just a stadium? What if it's actually a data source that can shape the future of football? The NFL Amazon Web Services is using artificial intelligence to create the digital athlete, an injury prevention and prediction tool, because striving to make the game safer is no longer what if, but what's next.
There.
Whoa. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda is the loudest flavors ever.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place for helpful hardware, folks.
Let's go on the open road with a Stay. Now get double Best Western Rewards points on every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get free nights fast. Book now at bestwestern.com. Fox Sports is proud to bring you this She's a Hero moment. One day, she'll change the world.
I grew up wanting to go into medicine. We're trained for anything that comes at us.
She'll make a difference.
There was no playbook, so we became innovators.
She'll work endless days.
I told myself, be the calm through the storms.
She'll be there when we need her the most.
We're always working as a team.
She has changed the world.
If you can see her, you can be her.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Butcher.
What?
Liberty Line?
Liberty means customizable cards so you can save for what you need.
Cut. Liberty. Am I allowed to riff? What if I come out of the water? Liberty.
I got it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you never tell me that.
What's up, man? Oh, your ass up. Yep, just woke up. You know, he sleep late now because of the time switch. So he don't wake up till about 9:30.
Like a lot.
Yep. It's funny because he woke up this exact same time yesterday at 9:45. Yeah. Yeah, he's sitting on my lap.
Sandwiches shouldn't come from a candy salon.
Look, Donovan. Say what's up, Uncle William.
Straight from the fryer.
Say what's up, Uncle William.
That's Kentucky Fried Quarter. KMC. It's really looking good.
The USFL is coming starting April 16th. It kicks off with a historic inaugural game as the New Jersey Generals take on the Birmingham Stallions. NBC. Okay, so DeMarcus Lawrence agreed to a new 3-year deal with the Cowboys yesterday. His future with Dallas, well, that was...
I am when my niece and Tommy wake up. We're going to drive up there.
Reports pointed to him leaving town. Now he'll be back, as well as Randy Gregory.
I'm going to bring your ox here dinner on Sunday.
5-year, $70 million deal that includes a pool
I'm going to get
guaranteed.
Huh?
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important was it for the Cowboys to keep both Lawrence and Gregory?
What would you say?
Well, I think it was very important. I'm going to go with 8.5.
Y'all out for 2 weeks?
And when Steve and I, my guy.
Oh, 707. Oh, okay.
He's like, how much you think Randy Gregory will get?
Brandon going to...
$15 million, yes. And that lines up with what he got. He got 4 years.
Yeah.
He got 5 years, $70 million.